Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. And as always, no makeup, no teleprompter. Who else can say that? All right, today is National Moonshine Day. Have you ever tried to drink moonshine? Man, I actually have in the basement of my barn a whole bunch of jars of moonshine that was delivered to me by my good buddy, David Prater. If you would like a bottle of moonshine that's aging well, I will give it to you. I have no interest in moonshine, but it is a good Kentucky tradition. Governor Katie Hobbs loves communist China so much, she actually vetoed a bill keeping the communist China from owning Arizona land. Well, that sounds like a real political winning issue if you ask me. Trump orders a probe, I'm going to have a lot of fun with that, a probe on the Autopen issue. This is going to be really interesting to see what the probe finds out. All right, bluegrass resistance. Washington Post is calling Thomas Massie, the once nerd, still nerd. He's a nerd without glasses now. Rand Paul, remember, Thomas Massie loves Rand Paul. I think they're both married gay men. Then you got Mitch McConnell, who's also been rumored as a gay. Boy, we got something cooking here now. They call it the bluegrass resistance to Trump. Now, let me tell you what it really is, okay? Kentucky. No one ever talks about this. I did when I ran for governor. Nobody listened to me. Kentucky has been and is still dead last or near dead last in every category you don't want to be dead last in. And they're first or near the first in every category that you don't want to be first in. Who has been our United States Senator from Kentucky forever? Mitch McConnell, a Bushite, anti-Trumper. Rand Paul, weirdo. Remember what Trump said when he was down at the end of the stage? Rand Paul, he's been a senator now for a couple decades. You've got Thomas Massie. He's been our congressman forever. These guys suck. They do nothing for Kentucky. Kentucky remains last or first in categories we don't want to be. Where's the accountability? And you know what? Massie and Rand Paul, all they ever do is no. You ever offer some kind of solution? No. And what's really wild about it is all these crazy things about cuts. Trump is doing what Rand Paul said needs to be done with these crazy cuts. But I want to tell you something. I'm being straight. I don't want to run for Congress. I don't want to be a congressman. But I've told them, endorse me, I will run against Massie. I will. But I'm not going to do it without Trump endorsement because you're not going to beat him without the Trump endorsement. So if they really want Massie gone, I'll do it. My thoughts are they're just going to keep ignoring him, and the 4th Congressional District will completely have an empty suit as our congressman. All right, save your pennies because they're going to stop making them. I wish I would have saved every penny I ever had. There are going to be some valuable ones. You just watch. There's another thread on Trump. They called him a dead man walking. They've arrested the guy. How stupid do you got to be? And Karine Jean-Pierre has written a book called Independent. She's left the Democratic Party. And she talks about how broken the Biden administration was. I got to ask you a question. Where are the books coming out saying how wonderful the Biden administration was? There are none. All the books about Joe Biden are about how he's demented, he didn't know what the hell he was doing, mental incapacity, broken. I mean, just it's all a joke. Trump protects us from foreign thugs. He's banned all people coming in from 19 countries. And yes, it does include Iran. Travis Decker, this evil man, killed those 3 little girls. His 3 little girls. How? Hogtied, bags over their head, suffocation. You know what? They're not going to find the guy alive. He's going to kill himself. How the hell do you live with doing that? All out of hatred for his wife, domestic, divorce, all that stuff. Unbelievable. How do you go on from that? Duffy, our DOT guy, has stopped the so-called California high-speed rail. This is just costing billions and billions, goes nowhere. Unbelievable. Under Trump, you ready for this, all you egg lovers? Eggs are down 61% under Trump. RFK Jr. has sent a message to medical schools saying, teach nutrition to your doctors. I agree. World news, there's a fire at Italy's Tassia University. Looks pretty damn bad. Trump smoked to Putin for about an hour, and you know what the result was? Get ready, Ukraine. Here comes some. You know what? I've changed my mind about this. Instead of letting it, finding peace, just let them keep blowing the hell out of each other. Just let them blow. You know what? Let them blow the hell out of each other. And we'll take all the minerals of Ukraine. Thunberg has got a flotilla of ships going to Gaza, flying under the Palestinian flag. Can't make it up. Israel says they will stop the flotilla. They're going to blow up the flotilla with a submarine attack. Something like that. Oh, my God. In pop culture, my producer sent me an article saying that under regular drinking water, somebody got a brain-eating amoeba. How would you like to have a brain-eating amoeba? Not me. I don't, by the way. I will not drink water that comes out of the spigot. I don't. And you know what? They can say there's chemicals in those plastic water bottles. I don't care. I'm drinking the spring water. The truth about the JFK assassination murder, the young doctor, who's now an older doctor, the young doctor that was working at Parkland Memorial says the death wounds were from the front, including one in the throat. There ain't no magic bullet. What took you so long to speak up, you coward? Isn't that wild? All right, perfect man and woman. Now, I'm just saying, Sabrina, my producer, that I look a little bit like, look at this, the perfect man picture. Look at that. Now, the woman looks like Angelina Jolie. I would not call her the perfect woman. You going to comment, Sabrina? Look.
Yeah, that one's me and that one's you.
All right, Kid Rock open up a new place in Nashville. Is this the second one? Donald Trump says he looks forward to going. And Chris Martin of Coldplay is breaking up apparently with Dakota, or Dakota Johnson is breaking up with him. These things never work. In Sports Without Boundaries, the Oilers beat the Panthers in overtime. Damn it. 4-3. I'm rooting for the Panthers. And the Pacers play Thunder tonight. And a 16-year-old swimmer pictured here broke Michael Phelps' world record. Wow, in freestyle. 16. And your Shakespeare insult of the day, do not be a buck-washing, fly-bit rampillion. Say that 5 times fast. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Stay tuned. We got a lot of local news.